St. Vincent is the eponymous fourth studio album by American musician St. Vincent. It was released on February 24, 2014 in the United Kingdom and February 25 in the United States through Loma, Vista and Republic Records. The album was produced by John Congleton and features collaborations from Sharon Jones and the Dap-Kings drummer Homer Steinweiss and Midlake drummer McKenzie Smith. The tracks were arranged and demoed by Annie Clark in Austin, Texas and recorded at Elmwood Studios in Dallas, Texas. Release St. Vincent was announced on December 9, 2013, and Birth in Reverse was released for free download. A second single, Digital Witness, was released on January 6, 2014. An additional release of Digital Witness, featuring Del Rio as a B-side, was released in the United Kingdom on January 24, 2014. A music video directed by Chino Moya was released on January 31, 2014 for Digital Witness. On February 5, Clark debuted Prince Johnny on the radio show KCRW, Morning Becomes Eclectic. On February 9, Clark debuted songs at fashion designer Diane von Furstenberg Rustenberg's runway show for New York unregistered trademark S Fashion Week. St. Vincent entered the US Billboard 200 albums chart at number 12 and the UK albums chart at number 21, becoming St. Vincent's highest charting album in both countries. Music: Clark described St. Vincent as a party record you could play at a funeral. The opening song, Rattlesnake, is about an experience Clark had when walking in the desert, which he described as a commune with nature. However, the opening line "I followed the power lines back from the road" suggests that Clark is separating herself from her dependency on artificial or digital power. Other songs have more personal connections. I Prefer Your Love, the sixth track on the album, is about Clark's mother, who was briefly ill. The final track, Severed Crossed Fingers, takes inspiration from a line in American novelist Lorrie Moore's collection of short stories. The sentence from which the title is taken, "He thinks of severed, crossed fingers found perfectly survived in the wreckage of a local plane crash last year," is used by Clark to demonstrate the human heart's ability to have hope, even when none is present. Clark said of the song, "That one's all me" in an interview with Studio 360. Later, in an interview with Pitchfork magazine, Clark explained, "I sang that in one fucking take, cried my eyes out, and the song was done." Clark said she felt St. Vincent was more confident. "I'm extending a hand. I want to connect with people." Strange Mercy, which is a record I'm proud of, was definitely a very accurate record of my life at a certain time, but it was more about self-laceration, all the sort of internal struggle. St. Vincent is very extroverted. Critical reception: the album has received positive reviews. On the review aggregate site Metacritic, the album scored a mean score of 89/100 based on 40 independent reviews, indicating universal acclaim. Any Decent Music? Collated reviews giving the album an average score of 8.6 based upon 40 reviews. This score makes the record part of Any Decent Music's all-time top 10 albums. Writing for The Guardian, Alexis Petridis awarded the album a perfect 5 stars, calling it an embarrassment of fantastic songs, and a straightforward triumph. At Rolling Stone, John Dolan rated the album 4 stars out of 5, indicating the release is her tightest, tensest, best set of songs to date, with wry, twisty beats pushing her lovably ornery melodies toward grueling revelations that the playful way these songs contort makes pain feel like a party. Alex Denny of The Fly rated the album 4.5 stars out of 5, describing the new tracks as her most brilliant, ambitiously styled music to date. Track listing: all songs written and composed by Annie Clark. Personnel: Annie Clark Euro vocals, guitar, Homer Steinweiss Euro drums on tracks 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, Bobby Sparks Euro Minimoog, Daniel Mintz Euro synthesizer, piano. Harpsichord on Severed Crossed Fingers, Ralph Kanye Euro horns on Digital Witness, McKenzie Smith Euro drums on tracks 2, 7, 8, 9, 11, Adam Pickrell Euro keyboards on Bring Me Your Loves, and Psychopath, and Minimoog on Psychopath, Technical personnel: John Congleton Euro Engineering, Greg Calby Euro Mastering, Design, Willow Perona Euro Creative Director, Brian Roettinger Euro Design, Renata Rakshaw Euro Photography. Release history, charts, references. External links: official website, St. Vincent at All Music.